July 4th, 2020 is the day of my ultimate betrayal. Y'all ready? He flew to Atlanta. He saw the luxury condo. He saw the weight loss, the transformation. I had my hair done, my makeup done. I was looking completely different. So we had breakfast and, we talking about our relationship. We talking about getting back together, him moving to Atlanta and we just, all that. So this is where it gets embarrassing right here. And I need y'all to really not judge me. Okay. So he wanted us to get a luxury car. Okay, this is why when they start speaking French, talking about we gonna do this with your resources, you need to run. But me, I loved him. I just believed that he changed and he was genuine. So he was like, yeah, let's go to this car dealership when we leave this breakfast spot so we can look at this nice car. We get to the dealership and we see our dream car. It was a Porsche Panorama, beautiful car. I end up paying for this car. Okay. The bill of sale was in both of our names, but I put the title only in his name. So he was like, yeah, let's go to this car dealership when we leave this breakfast spot so we can look at this nice car. We get to the dealership and we see our dream car. It was a Porsche Panorama, beautiful car. I end up paying for this car. Okay, the bill of sale was in both of our names, but I put the title only in his name. Okay, this is where it gets embarrassing. The moment he drove off from the dealership, he had an excuse that he had to go be with his kids. Okay, he had 7 kids. Now, when we wasn't together in a relationship, he didn't care too much about them kids, seeing them, be with them. But all of a sudden, now that you got this luxury car, you want to go spend 4th of July with your kids. Okay, so that was another red flag. But me, I didn't fight against him. I didn't argue. I didn't want to be problematic. So I said, okay, that's fine. He gets back to his hometown. He's consistent. He's communicating. We're talking on the phone. Everything's going good. So one day, and something said, type his name in on the search bar on social media. When I did that, it was a girl in my Porsche talking about, look what her man bought her. It was all in the picture. They was smiling like they was a happy couple with the car that I paid for with my own money. I inbox her, I'm freaking out because I'm like, girl, that's my car. I sent her screenshots, pictures of him laying on my couch in Atlanta. I sent her pictures of us in the car together. Like, look, we just bought the car. We took a selfie together. Like, I sent her everything. Baby, she was not trying to hear that. This is my man and he got me this car and I don't care what you sent me. If you want the car so bad, come get it. Man, she was riding for him. And what did I do? I end up going down there trying to get the car. It turned into a fight. The police was called. He said I was stalking him. I was just this crazy ex. I was a liar and all this stuff. But then when I showed the police the bill of sale that we both, because the title was in his name, but the bill of sale was in both of our names, and I showed them the transactions, then they knew like, okay, so this ain't no crazy woman. Like, you really did steal her car. You really did. I showed them pictures of us sitting in the car together. Like, I was really trying to paint the picture to the police officer. And that's why I did not end up going to jail, because police said that this is a civil matter. They cannot make him give me my keys back, and they were powerless. The only job a police officer is supposed to do is to stop an act of crime. Right? And they're saying you're on his property, you're being vicious, you're fighting. So we're not going to arrest you for doing this. We're just telling you to leave the premises. So the police was actually trying to be nice to me. Just leave. We know he wrong, but this is a civil matter. Just leave. But remember, the title was in his name. So legally, the police officer looking at it as, okay, I know you paid for it, but you put the title in his name. So he technically didn't steal the car. This is a civil matter. So now I'm heartbroken and I'm publicly embarrassed because this man just interrupted my healing process. I wasn't even thinking about him when I moved to Atlanta. Okay. And not only did I have to come to the realization that he never loved me. He already was in a relationship, but he robbed me. So now my money funny again. Okay. Now my bank account is worse off than it was if I would have just never responded to him when he reached out. This is the part that kind of shook my faith. So before he had came to Atlanta, I was looking all on his social media. There was no trace of a female. I'm talking about not in his comment sections. Like, I couldn't see her nowhere near. But the moment I got robbed, right? The moment all this unfolded, they all on social media bragging how their relationship goes. I was so broken. I would sleep in my closet on the floor in total darkness. I never knew a pain like that before. Like that level of betrayal. It's just something I wouldn't wish on my worst enemy.